Hello, everybody. Welcome into Talking Fitchburg on this freezing cold Monday, January 10th, 2021. It's like the last time I was with you on this show, it was cold. Then I was off on Friday and it was cold. Then the weekend happened and it was cold. And here we are, still cold. It is winter, though, so there's that. But, we're not hearing the PV. You know what PV is? Andrew, you know what that is? Polar vortex. We didn't hear about that yet. As long as we don't hear about that, we're okay, right? If polar vortex sets in, then we're in trouble. It'll be really cold. But if you can survive this, you can survive anything. And today's show, we're going to spend some time talking about surviving cold weather. We'll talk about it in our digest today. Everything from staying safe, health perspective, but also in your home as well. Because we don't want you to have freezing pipes. Freezing pipes happen. Everything is tragic, including just everything. It'll just wreck your day. So we'll talk about that, making sure you stay safe here as we're still expecting some cold temperatures for a while. So it is winter. I would say it's still early winter too. Really, it came on, pretty. I would say later. Wouldn't you say that, Andrew? It came a little bit later this year. So, and we knew it was going to be all over the board just because of how late it started. So we'll talk about that coming up. Plus, we're going to be talking about your finances. New year, new finance, right? I want to make sure that you're finance savvy. Don't rely on me to savvy or whatever. But we'll talk about that as well with the Better Business Bureau, and Tiffany Schultz will be here to discuss that and get you ready for the year. Keep you safe. We like to keep you safe here. That's like if that was the second mission of the show besides just giving you news, it'd be keeping you safe, right? Informed and safe. I'm just saying. All right, let's get to your headlines, and we start with the cold weather. And as I'm sitting here, I'm in the tri-level, but it's cold right here, and my feet are freezing. And it's because it's cold outside. Yeah, the Arctic blast is back. That's what it says here from our friends at what is it called? My safe. Now I'm like totally blanking on that. Either way, we want to make sure that when you're heading out that you dress up and stay safe as you do during the cold season. But when we talk about wind chills below zero and stuff, you definitely want to bundle up. And this graphic should help you. You've probably seen it before on this show for sure, but it's out there. When it's just cold in general, 30s, right? Cold. Well, you gotta have your jacket on, maybe no hat and gloves. But then it gets cold. When we're talking really cold, we're talking about layers. An extreme cold, which is what we're in right now, and it could be worse, folks. We know it could be worse. But definitely bundle up. Get those hats, gloves, scarf. Get those on there. And I'll say one benefit to having masks, we have to wear masks when we head out and stuff, is it keeps your face warm. Like it works here in the wintertime. So not the worst thing. Like I realized that this weekend when we stopped at a store, I was like, boy, it's really nice to have the mask on right now. It's keeping my face warm. So keep doing it. Keep dressing up in layers and make sure you check on loved ones. Like I said, coming up, we will talk about the cold weather and keeping you safe on all factors here in the digest. All right, energy assistance. Fitchburg Senior Center is here to help. Do you need help with your heating or electrical costs for the current heating season? The Wisconsin Home Energy Assistant Program, WHEAP, provides assistance for heating costs, electrical costs, and energy crisis. Your household may be eligible for a WEAP services based on the number of factors, including household size, income, and energy costs. In most cases, the energy assistance benefits is paid directly to the energy supplier. For a one-person household with a monthly income limit of $2,591.92, that's that limit. For a two-person household, the monthly income limit is $3,389 and 42 cents. For more information or to apply for energy assistance, you can contact Energy Services in Corp 608-267-8601. Yeah, like I said, check on those loved ones. Make sure that they are staying nice and cozy right now during these cold times. You got any questions about energy assistance, check with the Senior Center. They can help you out there. All right, finals and survival kits for those kiddos who need, they're getting ready for finals, right? It's the time of year. Well, the library's got you covered, teenagers. January 12th, pick up the final survival kit from the teen room at the Fitchburg Library. Bags will be available while supplies last, 9 a.m. to 9. Well, it starts at 9 a.m. But yeah, kiddos can stop after school and pick those up. And I bet you it's got a little bit of everything to get your mind ready. One thing I don't miss about school. That's all I'm saying. All right, AARP tax help. This is for the adults now. So you switch from the kids to the adults. It's tax help time. Tax help is planned. However, you will need to visit the senior center 3 times to complete your taxes. This is just one of the criteria that will be different again this year. Please call the senior center 608-270-4290 for further details. Call after January 12th. Dates will not be set until then. So we will know those dates later this week, but make sure you understand the criteria if you are going to do the tax AARP tax help. And as we know, it fills up fast. So you got to make sure you get yourself on the list. All right. Did you or a loved one receive an in-home COVID vaccine and are now in need of a booster? Well, we know that earlier in the year that people did get this, and ADRC wants to know that you need to call and arrange to get your in-home booster shot by January 14th. You can call them at 608-240-7400 before January 14th to arrange that home visit. Again, this is for folks needing a booster shot who got their shot, the initial shot or shots at your home. If you're in need of a booster shot and you would like the Aging and Disability Resource Center to help you out here in Dane County, you need to call to make those arrangements by January 14th for the in-home vaccination booster. Again, that number is 608-240-7400. It's got to be done before January 14th. All right, that does it for our headlines. Coming up next, we open up the digest. We're going to be talking about cold weather safety from all spectrums. That's next right here on Talking Fitchburg.
It takes all of us to slow the spread of the coronavirus. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and stay home unless absolutely necessary. Use a delivery service for essential items like food and medicine. If you must make essential trips, stay 6 feet apart from other people. Wear a cloth face covering and wash your hands for at least 20 seconds as often as possible. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantori here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
Hey, boss. Okay.
I said I'm fine.
Me the babe, see you in the morning with the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it, and we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. We were underlay in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yeah.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. Ready! That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Well, welcome back into Talking Fitchburg in the digest. Today we're talking about cold weather safety. That's right. As we work through the wintertime, we know there's going to be some times when it gets, well, frigid. And one of those times is now. But hey, it's wintertime. That's what we expect here in Wisconsin. But we can always use a refresher on ways of staying warm and staying safe as well. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about keeping you safe, keeping your pets safe, and even talk about frozen pipes because you never know, right? We want to make sure that you have. I got some good tips here when it comes to frozen pipes. So, and as I said, the floor here is cold. We're going through an Arctic blast right now, and it's cold. My feet are cold here. I have a fireplace behind me. All honesty, it's not working right now. So it's not even keeping me warm. They're like, all this time you've had this fireplace and you didn't even have it on. All right. I died. I almost said I digest. I digress. My staff will pick on me for that one. All right, let's jump into this. Cold weather safety tips here, just for yourself. So limit time outdoors. If you must be outside, dress for the weather. Wear loose-fitting layers, hat, gloves, and snow boots. Make sure you have a scarf as well and some other way to cover up your face. Yeah, it only takes, especially when the wind chill gets like below -25, it'd be under 30 minutes, even less, for you to get some significant hypothermia. And we don't want you to do that. And know the signs of hypothermia, which includes excessive shivering, exhaustion, confusion, and slurred speech. If you or anyone around you begins to show symptoms, call 911 immediately and get them out of the elements. You should also know the signs of frostbite as well, which include white or grayish yellow skin area, skin that feels unusually firm or waxy, and numbness. If you detect any of those symptoms, get yourself into a warm area and try not to rub them, as you can cause more damage to your skin. But in all cases, get out of the elements and just make sure you dress appropriately when you do head out for days like this. And I know the little ones want to get out and do the holiday stuff, but we got to do it safely as well. So bundle up when you head out. And how about our furry friends in cold weather? Well, we want to make sure you keep those ones safe too. So if you have pets, limit their time outdoors. Dogs and cats can get frostbitten ears, nose, even feet if left outside during the bitter cold weather. For livestock, make sure that they have access to extra food and water sources that will not freeze. Outdoor animals need access to a dry place to seek shelter, help provide a windbreak for larger animals, and an enclosed space for smaller animals to help them remain their body heat. Because if they're exposed to the elements, they will get cold. But yeah, if you're sending those pets out, do it quickly. In all case, when I had a dog, she went out and she went right back. The older she got, the smarter she got when it came to cold weather. Andrew, how are your pets doing? Do they go out quickly? Yeah, he says the same thing. They've learned their lesson for being outside and being cold. You always know when they're cold when they lift up a paw. When they're standing outside and they lift up a paw, you're like, yep, it's cold out there. So you got to be safe. All right, how about turning our attention to the home? Be prepared at home. And yeah, if you're going to be stuck at home, well, we want to make sure that you have a plan. That's what it's all about. So some dangers associated with winter storms could be loss of heat, power, or telephone services, and the shortage of supplies. To protect yourself and your family, now is the time to put together that disaster kit. And here are some of those things that you should include in there: flashlight, extra batteries, battery-powered no-weather radio, a commercial radio, bottled water, and non-perishable food items that require no cooking, first aid supplies, fire extinguisher, smoke detector, carbon monoxide detectors. Make sure those are working, especially during the cold periods here. If appropriate, extra medications and baby items. If you have an emergency heating source, such as a fireplace or space heater, make sure you have the proper ventilation. Make sure your pets have shelter and plenty of food and water. And for more information, you can check readywisconsin.wi.gov or the National Weather Service. Got some great tips on building some of those plans. So we definitely want you to check that out when you can. All right, turning our attention to frozen pipes. Yeah, frozen pipes can be a problem, folks. And we want to make sure that you keep it safe. So when it gets really cold out, make sure that pipes that are in unheated areas are properly insulated. If you have a furnace served by exposed pipes, let water drip from them or run at a slow trickle to prevent freezing. Open up those kitchen and bathroom cabinets to allow heat to get into those pipes and in those areas. So important. I usually keep my basement door closed. Got a tri-level house here. I like to close that second door during the summertime, but during the wintertime, these types of colds, I'll even put a fan in here and fan hot air down there just to avoid the pipes freezing. So important on protecting yourself from it. As far as if you have gone too far, so the pipes are frozen, you're like, crap. I don't know if that's appropriate word to use on here, but I did it. Yeah. Well, first and foremost, check the pipes. You should go down and check. And when's the last time you looked at your pipes, huh? Huh? That's right, Andrew. I'm talking to you. You can't see me, but I'm talking to you. Locate the frozen pipes. Begin near the faucet and work your way down to the pipes. Open up the faucet to avoid using open flames. We're not talking when you're thawing them. Not a good idea to use open flame. Not good. Thaw them. You can use some of these tips here. You can use a hair dryer. Just keep it not too close to the pipe. Hot towel, put it around the pipes as well. Portable space heater, put it down in the basement, or heat lamp. And you could use electrical heating tape as well. I'm not as familiar with that one as the other one, so definitely read the directions and instructions before doing so. But you can always insulate the pipes at any time, and they make easy covers for those for insulating. So if you can see them, certainly get them covered up as soon as possible. And make sure that you have some of the items if you do, could encounter pipe freezing, like, I don't know, a mop and bucket to clean up the water. Know how to turn off your water as well. So important, because if the water is coming out, if you can cut it off at the source, that will help from saving the mess, more or less. But during the wintertime, I just like going down and checking and making sure that there's no water leakage, because it's like my worst fear of being a homeowner is water leaking in the basement from broken pipe. And I've been to an office. In fact, Dad has an office, and they had a pipe break in the wall. And we showed up, and water was coming out the front door. So it can be really bad, and you want to make sure that you check on that. And if you have no heat, no problem. For those without access to heated, safe places to stay, some communities may even open up warming shelters during the periods of extreme cold. You can get information about many of those through the 211. That's all you got to do is dial 211, and it's a 3-digit number, or 1-877-947-2211. By going online to 211wisconsin.org. You can also check your local government. We're your local government. All you do is call our main office, so we can let you know if we're open up our heating centers. And of course, you can check public health agency websites for more information and action be taking on here in the community. So certainly, if it's an emergency, you lost heat on a very frigid night, we've got help. You just can call for help, and we can and try and arrange something for you. But there is help out there, and the 211 is great. If you haven't tried that out, by the way, it's a great resource for a lot of things. So check it out and stay safe this winter time. All right, that does it for our digest. Coming up next, opening up our guest segment with the BBB, talking about your finances right here on TF.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps.
Did Pete saying mean things bother you?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
Brandon met a girl on a dating app. He finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving.
She must be a keeper.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
Ready!
We don't have time for spills.
Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me for the new year to talk about New Year's and new finances, it's Tiffany Schultz, Better Business Bureau. Tiffany, how you doing?
I'm great. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year as well. I like the background here. This is pretty cool stuff. You said it's not virtual.
It's not. I'm in the office today. We have a real media room. So I am speaking to you from the BBB today.
Wow. Now it's real. Now we know it's real for sure. But you have given us so many great tips the last year, and we're glad to have you back this year. And as I was reading through this release, first thing I was like, the holiday was expensive, but really we're talking about expenses and the new finances. So set us up here. What are we going to be discussing today?
Many of us have resolutions possibly to lose weight, maybe to be more organized, but there's also financial goals out there too. Lots of people having those financial resolutions. And first thing you want to do to get your bank account stable again is take a look at your credit cards and inventory them. What are the rates on those credit cards? If you don't know what your rate is, call your credit card companies. You might want to consider a balance transfer where you can transfer that balance to a card with a lower interest rate, or even pick up the phone and call your credit card company and ask them for a better rate. It never hurts to ask, right? So those are some things that you can do to save some money if you do have a balance on your cards.
Yeah, and it's also probably a good time to check, and you could do a credit card checks like behind the scenes, check your credit and make sure that that's also hasn't been affected, because some people have a lot of credit cards, don't use them, and may not know that they've been used.
That's a great idea as you're getting your financial goals in check to pull your credit. And you can do that at annualcreditreport.com. That is the legitimate site that's out there, annualcreditreport.com. And because of COVID, you can actually pull your credit and get a free report once a week through April 30th of this year. Now that date may change, it may get extended out even further, but make sure what should be on your credit report is on your credit report. If you find anything that's wrong, address that immediately, because that could implicate if you can get a loan or you want to purchase a big item. You want to make sure that your credit report is clean.
Yeah, good information there. Next in finances is there's so many tools out there that you can use to help pull everything together. Help us find those right tools.
Lots of free online tools are available for you on the internet, but I do caution you before you use them. There's free budgeting tools, there's free expense tracker tools, and some of those tools will even link your expenses right to your bank account. When I say caution, I mean it, because they're not all legitimate tools. Some of those sites are out there to gain your personal information, your login credentials to your bank accounts, and gain access to those. So make sure that you read the terms and conditions before you go ahead and use one of those tools. Look it up, see what people are saying about it, do a quick online search. It's always great to put the name of the tool in, and then scams, name of the tool, complaints, name of the tool, customer reviews, and make sure that you're using a legitimate tool. They're a great help, but you can get in trouble really fast with them.
Yeah, and I always like the debt helping ones that cost you a lot of money. Like, you're already in debt and now you're going to pay a lot. Like, there are some red flags there that definitely stand out. A good one to start, and I think I've started a budget a couple of times and never went all the way through with it. But starting a budget, such a great way to pull all that finances together.
Budget your expenses. So many times we just get in the habit of, oh, I know how much money I have, but do you really know how much money do you have? Do you really know how much money you're spending? Is it time to start preparing for an emergency? Do you have an emergency fund? And one of the ways that you can do that is cut back on expenses that you don't need. Maybe make your coffee from home, or start walking short distances versus taking your vehicle. Stop ordering takeout as much and eating from home. Every little bit helps, and the money that you cut from other areas can be directed to that emergency fund, or maybe it's a vacation fund. Budget for what you need. It'll make your financial life a lot easier.
Yeah, I think more than ever, an emergency fund is so important. What are some of the things that people use or set up emergency funds for, Tiffany, that you've heard of?
Well, the big one is job loss. You want to be prepared if for some reason you should lose your job, or you're just making a career change, maybe taking some time off. Other emergency funds can be used for healthcare expenses. They can be used for, maybe your dishwasher, your refrigerator needs to be replaced, or there's a plumbing problem in your house. So many things can use an emergency fund. If you already have that emergency fund set up, start saving for a vacation, or maybe putting a larger down payment on a new vehicle. So many things that you can save for, and even retirement. If you're not maximizing your contribution that your employer is matching, it's always a great way to put more money towards your retirement. And then therefore your employer may even put more money towards your retirement.
Yeah, really great information. If people want to learn more about finding and setting some of those new goals this year, and or just search your guys' website, where can we find that?
Visit us at bbb.org.
All right, Tiffany, thank you so much for the help. Hopefully we can stick to a resolution here, and we'll see what happens, right?
Thanks for having me. Happy New Year again.
You as well. We'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be flood next Thursday.
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life, but how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have prediabetes, a serious medical condition that puts you at high risk for type 2 diabetes. 1 in 3 American adults has prediabetes, but more than 80% don't know they have it. The good news is, prediabetes can be reversed, and for many people, healthy changes in their daily routine can make a big difference. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantore here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family, and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Wrapping up the show for the day. I want to thank Tiffany Schultz from the Better Business Bureau, helping us out with our finances for everything, safety and more, and scam, the whole thing, bbb.org. Great place to start. And we appreciate her time. We'll have her back later this month. As we wrap up, remember you can stay connected with Fact TV. It's fast, fun, easy, and it is ice-free. I tried. Cold-free? I don't know. Have a great day.
Como padre, todos los días son un desafío y hay que estar ahí presentes. No importa lo cansado que uno esté, hay que estar ahí presentes para ellos. Cuando los niños aprenden algo nuevo, es ese momento mágico y especial, y creo que presenciar ese momento es mi favorito.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are, they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.